Okay guys, it is Monday the 16th of July. I've just been triggered into a short position on the FTSE 100. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of talk you through the analysis I had on this market coming into this morning, what I went over with subscribers, and then what has happened during the trading day so far to give me the confidence to get into this short position. Now the entry on the trade wasn't quite perfect. Basically the engulfing candle printed here at 10 a.m. and then the market broke down very quickly, didn't allow me to get in a little bit higher, which is what I would have wanted. So I'm only around about half a point down from my ideal entry. With this trade, I am now expecting the FTSE to make a bit of a bearish movement, certainly back down toward previous lows here, but potentially all the way back down into this zone underneath at 7632. Okay, so coming into the trading day today, let's go on to a daily time frame here. Coming into the trading day today, what I have been looking at for the past couple of weeks on the FTSE is this price squeeze. You can see the triangle right here. The market then made a bullish break of the triangle. Now, when you see breaks of patterns like this, what tends to happen is you get breakout traders stepping in and they force the market in the direction of the break. So we broke out of the triangle. We then had a strong bullish movement higher. Let's mark this in. We came up into a key level of resistance and then the market made a strong break back down. Now, when it breaks back down like this, especially if it breaks back down and retests, this was sloping resistance, now being tested as potential sloping support. What you tend to find is that if the initial break has been relatively strong, relatively large, you have this whole other group of traders who wait for the pullback, who miss the initial break, and then look to jump into that long position and look to force the market back up. So that's exactly what we've seen. We got the pullback, we got the strong bullish movement on the FTSE. Now on Friday here, we got the market making a new high, which is a bullish sign. However, after this pullback and retest and then the very strong move up, what you would really expect to see are the bulls holding the market higher. And what we've seen instead was the market coming down very strongly, around about 60 points. We did get a little bit of a bullish bounce into the close, but what I was sort of looking at with this is potentially it's a little bit of a pin bar. So potentially what we're seeing is the market breaking up, failing, the bears stepping in, and the market's closing relatively bearish. So if that is the case, then potentially this second press higher is showing some sort of failure. Let's go back onto the 5-minute time frame. If it is showing failure, then what I was really looking for was a break below this zone this morning, or today, any time of the day really, which we got. I was then looking for some sort of a pullback, and if we've seen that pullback, I was starting to look for those bearish positions. So that's kind of the story that I've built around why I'm looking for the trade. That's really what I do with all of my trades. I kind of try and put lots of different things together in terms of the market analysis, and then after the analysis I'm sort of putting together key support and resistance levels. Then I'm starting to look to implement the trading plan of, okay, I'm looking for this, this and this. If I see that, it's giving me the confidence to get into a short position, and it all sort of adds together. Now the great thing about that is it helps with the sort of trading psychology. Because I have so many things going for a trade, I know that if I lose, I'm still going to be not happy. You're never happy when you lose a trade, but I'm still going to be sort of glad that I followed through with the trading plan. I'm going to understand that it's part of trading. Now, the frustrating thing is you can put all that analysis together and then you still lose those trades. That's just part of trading. You can't really help it, but you have to sort of find ways to help you deal with those losses. And one of the ways I deal with it is by having that sort of very large amount of analysis. And that's really what I look for in a lot of my positions. Now, with the market this morning, pre-market, we had a strong move down on the FTSE. We then got a bounce off of this level, which was a strong level of support. I was looking at it as strong support. And then we've had the market breaking down once again. So potentially what we're seeing also is a low, a high, a lower low, which also broke down below this potential level of support. And then we got the market pulling back. Now we started to get a little bit of rejection here, which I was watching for potential entry, but then we pressed higher. Let me get rid of that one. and use a black line, and then we got rejection again. So potentially low, high, lower low, lower high. Potentially, you know, it's just the sort of things that you're looking at on the market when you're getting into the position. Because of this, again, it was just sort of adding onto looking for that short position. So when we got the rejection here with this engulfing candle at 10 AM, I was more than happy to get into the trade. Now potentially, we have a little bit of support here. You can see the market testing, breaking up, coming down, testing, and then bouncing again. If I am not able to put together that amount of analysis and have lots of things sort of coming together, what I would generally do is I would just ignore this trade. Or as soon as the market came down and started to find any sort of support here, I would just come out. You know, I'd just be a little bit more cautious. But because of what the market's been doing, I was happy to get in the trade, and I'm happy to sort of just look for this stronger bearish movement. You know, you have to be willing to take losses as a trader. So that's exactly what I'm doing with this trade. If we start to get clear evidence, you know, if we just start holding here for a long time, and then we try to break down, and every time it tries to break down, it just presses higher, then yeah, of course, I'll sort of adjust my analysis, I'll come out of the trade, and I'll start looking for a different entry. But at present, I'm fairly happy to sort of hold this, look for that bearish movement down, and yeah, hopefully get to a profit target. I'm looking for around about sort of 7 to 10 points. We'll see how the market moves. If it does start to break down, if it doesn't start to break down, it just holds here and then presses higher without giving me any sort of reasons to come out of the trade, I'll just stay in the trade and I'll just take the loss. You know, it's all part of trading. So let's see how we get on with this one. As always with the live trades, there's no way to tell how long they are going to be. What I'm actually going to do is, let me just get around the microphone. I'll bring up the trade so we can see the trade open on the screen. What I will do is when nothing is happening, I will just pause the video and then bring it back on if there's any sort of market movements. Okay, so the market has put in a few bullish presses higher, but all of them so far have shown nice rejection. So they basically turned into pin bars, one here and one here. Let's just mark it up. And the market is still holding at that level that we went over as potential support right here. As I mentioned, normally when you have a support level like this, I would just sort of stay out of the trade, but because I've got so many things lining up for the trade, I'm happy to still hold this as a short position. So all I've done is I have went away, I have made a coffee, and all I'm going to do is just sit and watch and see how the trade starts to develop. Hopefully we get that strong move down around about 7 to 10 points. As I mentioned, if we broke down below here, the expectation really is for a move down into this zone down below now. Okay, so the market has broken down. We are now right around the profit target. We're actually at 10 points. So what I'm going to do is I am going to close the trade out. If we can pop down. Okay, so the trade has now been closed. We were short at £50 per point, 10 points, so that is £500 from the trade. Nice and simple. We got a few rejection candles up there, and then the market held one more time, and we got the strong move down on the FTSE. So it's all about putting together the story of why you're getting into the trade, which then gives you the confidence to hold on to the trade, and then just sort of accepting that when you're in a trade, if you're happy with everything, there's really nothing you can do. You just have to let it play out. And you know, or you should know through your trading plan and your testing and your paper trading and your live trading, that if you do that, it will leave you profitable overall. So great trade. We're at 11:15. That's going to be me finished for the day. £500 profit. As always, guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope you're all having a good trading week. I'm James Orr, and thank you.